Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Bio Universe. I am Suyanka. Today we will discuss transportation in plants. Before that, please subscribe my channel to learn more biology topics in quick way. Plants take in some compounds like carbon dioxide through their leaves. They absorb some other materials such as compounds of nitrogen, phosphorus, etc. from the soil through their roots. If the distance between the roots and leaves is very small, food and other materials can be transported by diffusion, but the distances between different plant parts are often quite large, as in tall trees. Therefore, most plants need a proper transport system to carry materials from one part to another. Plants do not move and have many dead cells in their tissues. Therefore, they do not need much energy. So, they have transport systems slower than those of animals. In plants, the transport system consists of tube-like passages made up of vascular tissues. There are two types of vascular tissues in plants, xylem and phloem. The vascular system extends from the roots through the stem and continues to the leaves. In the leaves, it is clearly seen as a pattern of veins. Water and minerals are transported from the roots upwards through the xylem tubes. Phloem transports synthesized food from the leaves to the rest of the plant body. The transport of water, nutrients, and other substances from one part of a plant to another is called translocation. The medium of transport in plants is water. The xylem tissue transports water and minerals. It consists of interconnected vessels and tracheates organized into continuous conducting tubes stretching from the roots to the leaves. These tubes carry water and minerals to all parts of the plant. Plant absorbs water from the soil through the root and transported it to the stem, leaves and flowers. Roots have root hairs that are unicellular, thin-walled outgrowths of the epiblema. The root hairs are in close contact with the thin film of water surrounding with the soil particles. There are mineral salts such as nitrates, chlorides, sulfates, phosphates, etc. dissolved in this water. Water is absorbed by osmosis, while the minerals are absorbed as ions by active transport. The cell membrane has transport proteins that allow the ions to cross the membrane. The ions then move upward through the xylem to the leaves and other aerial parts of the plants. The transport of water and dissolved mineral salts from the roots to the leaves is known as ascent of sap. The cell wall of each root hair is permeable to water and minerals, but the cell membrane and the membrane around the vacuole are semi-permeable membranes. The root hair cells take up mineral ions by active transport. This creates a concentration difference of these ions between the root and the soil. Now, the soil solution has higher water content than the cell shape of the root hair. Hence, water from the soil diffuses into the root hair. The root hair cells now become turgid, while the adjacent cells of the cortex have lower water content. This results in the diffusion of water from the root hairs into the cortical cells. After passing through the cortical cells by osmosis, the water reaches the endodermis. The endodermis forces water into the xylem tubes through passage cells. The pressure with which water is pushed into the xylem tubes of the root is called root pressure. The water moving upwards forms a column which is maintained up to a certain height due to root pressure. In tall trees, this type of absorption plays a minor role in transporting water. This process is slow and it cannot be make up for the water lost by transpiration. Transpiration is the process of evaporation of water from the leaves. Transpiration is rapid during the day. The loss of water due to transpiration creates a suction force that pulls water up through the xylem vessels. This transpiration pull serves as the main force that transports water through the xylem. Root pressure helps in the transport of water at night. The food manufactured in the leaves is translocated upwards, downwards, and laterally to all parts of the plant through the phloem. The phloem also conducts some other substances such as amino acids. The conducting cells of the phloem are cylindrical cells called sieve tubes, which have sieve-like partitions at both ends. These partitions are called sieve plates. A continuous column from the leaves to other parts of the plant is formed by the arrangement of sieve tubes one above the other. Besides sieve tubes, the phloem also has companion cells and phloem parenchyma. Sucrose is the main form of carbohydrate that is translocated in plants. Its translocation into the phloem tissue occurs with the expenditure of energy. When sucrose is synthesized in the leaf cells, the osmotic pressure of the cells increases. As a result, water from the surrounding cells is forced to flow into the leaf cells by osmosis. This causes sucrose to be translocated from the point of its synthesis to the receiving end in the form of solution. This process is dependent on the requirement of plant. For example, in the flowering season, the vegetative activity is more at the apex of the plant. Sugar in the leaves will be readily consumed. This is the reason for the translocation of sugar to the buds from the storage regions during spring. Excess food is transported to the storage regions when the vegetative activity of the plant is reduced. That's all for today. We will learn transportation in animals in the next video. Thank you for watching.